Hello there, welcome back to Byzantium, who just lost a second war against the Ottomans. We did very well out of this with a province and a lot of cash though, so not all negative, but not all positive either. I think we'll actually go ahead and try and recreate this alliance. Apparently 1582, so we'll have to wait 5 years thanks to the Ottoman truce thingy. But even so, we should be alright. I'm also in the process of integrating Styria, so that'll help me a little bit. But as things are looking now, we are kind of in a tight spot here. We have no big or good allies in Europe except for just Poland. Hopefully, we can get some more here. Try to we can actually offer an alliance to France against now, and of course we'll do that. Even though they've backstabbed me horrendously in the back, it's a good ally to have. Hopefully that can now make me, well, or allow me to grow myself further even so. No idea who was actually in my colonization, Genoa and Sardinia. I could actually vassalize both then. Sardinia, can I actually friendly vassalize you? Is that actually a possibility here? Let's see here. Dynastic royal marriage. Yeah, it's actually a possibility if I get them up. So I'm actually 2 over already. I need to figure out whom, and then we need to deal with that. Let's see here. Tyrol. Why the hell do I have military access from these guys? Cancel military access, that's one dealt with. The other one, Poland alliance needed. Styria will be annexed soon. Milan. Sardinia will most likely be something that I can vassalize peacefully, and that'll be a fairly good deal, I think. So we'll be going for trying to get that done. So I'll take an extra deal here. Also by vassalizing them peacefully, I'll also be able to get or bypass the French scary notion, so to speak. Alliance 2. There we go. Now I simply have to get the relations up, and then we can peacefully vassalize them. This is something that I've been told to do from basically the beginning of time. Not friendly vassalize them, but simply take them. So my apologies that it actually took forever. But even so, we also have to get Milan in tow, so I can actually get them to annexed. So I think I should send some guys to help out there, but for now we'll be focusing on Styria, focusing on getting Sardinia in. We'll basically not be doing too much in Italy, and hopefully I can start with North Africa here. Once I at least have taken Sardinia in, I can at least then start, but hopefully I can start causing trouble earlier by potentially I can, of course, do a very easy thing, which is to declare without a casus belli. Get a access from Tunisia, for example, could potentially be a good thing, or simply go straight out annexing them. The negatives of this is, of course, that Spain will get wary of me. They will get very high aggressive expansion, but with France, as long as I can keep Frenchies loving me. Of course, they turned hostile right afterwards. So yeah, we'll have to see if I can keep the Frenchies on my side. I don't know why they're hostile against me. It would be very nice if you turn this over. Why they're actually hostile against me? Because we have great relations. The only thing that we have that negative here is rejected alliance. I did not reject an alliance. I simply sent you an alliance instead. So yeah, we only have competing great power is the only thing. But I'm in 16th place, seriously. So yeah, if they could actually add in why they're hostile against me, that would be a great add-on in my opinion, at least. So for now, we'll be focusing, as I said, to integrate Styria, and other than that, we won't be doing that much. I think we could always try to integrate Hungary, but Hungarian provinces are kind of expensive, at least those they have cores on. So we'll have to see. We'll have to deal with the Ottomans one way or another later too. So there's a lot of things that we have to think about, try, even worry, I dare say. So we'll be trying now, for now at least, to get Sardinia in under as a vassal for free, and then we will try to annex them as soon as possible. There we go, Styria is now integrated, and we also get cleansing of heresy against Switzerland and Tyrol. So potentially I cannot use this to vassalize Switzerland, I think. Not probably something that we don't want. Sorry, not something that we want to do, because, well, going out Switzerland could potentially screw me over. But that doesn't matter. We'll be converting Ukraine here first. The first priority. Secondly is, well, we could always at least try. I have no idea if we'll gain anything or if we can actually hand anything over to my vassals, but at least it won't hurt anything that I'm currently doing. Poland will join, no one else. I don't care. What I will be doing though is most likely doubling my mercenary army again up to 24,000. We'll also set or destroy any smaller fleets. So yeah, I'll rebuild my mercenary army, and then we will most likely try and I should potentially also take offensive. No, wrong, wrong buy screen. Higher 3, and I should potentially also have done this in different counties. But even so, there we go. We are getting ourselves back up. The Aegis has been expelled and sent home. Tripoli has apparently espionage ideas. What the hell? That's kind of funny. But even so, they failed. So Tunisia declared war upon Tripoli. Did that just happen? Huh. Tripoli is apparently not a war with or allied with the Ottomans anymore, so potentially I can go after them. Khorasan, Persia, and Timurids. That's actually quite scary. They have allies that are potentially as big as them. But if I can get Muscovy to my length of alliances as well, then we should be able to fight the Ottomans. But I've been saying that now for so long that I kind of not believe it myself. So for now, we'll be trying to get Switzerland in under my fold. And concerning the fact that I have, or concerning how many vassals that I'm trying to get and so forth, I should potentially also try and get a new idea. The ideas that give me more, or allows me to hold more vassals, is what I will be trying to get in that case. But for now, we'll be going after Switzerland. Hopefully I can vassalize them. I doubt it though. Might be possible, but we'll have to see. If I can, it could potentially sow some more discontent between me and France. But it's a mountain region, so we could potentially beat them there. At least just beat them back and then make some sort of peace, bribe them. Anything really. With that said, we'll also be trying to get France off their throne here. I have no idea if this will actually piss them off or not. I don't think so. Might do it though. So we'll see how this turns out. There we go. Only Augsburg is their ally, so that should be just fine. Home from Switzerland, and I'm a little bit unsure if we can actually beat these guys in the mountains, but we'll at least give it a try. We got a -1 for terrain. Even so, it seems that we are about equally in losing forces. We lose a little bit more, but they will most likely run to Graubünden, and then we can. Well, they didn't. And I was about to say that we can destroy them there, but apparently that didn't actually happen. We can simply do this. And there we go. Sieges are on, and all we have to do now is wait for them to end. I think. A little bit surprising though that we need more men in Bern. But I can potentially also, I think, check if I need to not. No, they are a little bit too big. Who can you give lands? Bohemia, Austria, and Bavaria. Neither bind. Yeah. Oh, they actually have these two provinces as well. Ah, then I get it. We'll go for that then. Simply cut them a little bit down to size. I think that's enough to. No, that's not enough. But even so, we will be cutting them down to size, and we will get people to like me a little bit better, which I think will help me here. I think I'll actually go for the legitimacy loss rather than anything else. I could always potentially also just get a peace deal now with these guys, because apparently what I have been, or what I keep forgetting, is that you can't actually. It goes on your base tax compared to everyone else. As you can see, Bavaria only has 3 provinces, but even so, I can't actually vassalize them peacefully. And as you can see here, I can't actually do it with Swiss either, thanks to the fact that they can't actually enter a royal marriage. I could do it with these guys, but they actually. What? Yeah, I can actually do it with Savoy too. Something is not going as planned here, but even so, we will be. I'll deal with Switzerland, and then we'll be doing a little bit of thinking on what kind of idea group we'll take. After doing a little bit of thinking, it's basically 2 ideas that are currently arguing with each other, or 3. That's basically expansion thanks to this, diplomatic relations +2, and other than that, aren't really, and this one, that's basically all I want. Trade power is of course nice, but other than that, there aren't really anything that will help us in the long run. Offensive and also quality ideas are something else that could be very beneficial. Apparently leader shock, leader fire, leader maneuver. Basically it'll boost my leaders in all aspects. We can have bigger armies, so forth, and we'll also even get some discipline. Quality ideas are also very tempting, but having military level behind everyone else is also kind of scary. But we'll go for offensive, I think, now. and we'll also be trying to focus getting our troops up through this is potentially also a very good thing to do. So I'll be aiming to get national conscripts and superior firepower before we go another tech level of military. I think we'll have to consider that, but even so, we'll probably do that. And also we'll try to get Savoy and Sardinia both through peaceful workings. Even so, apparently the fact that I allied Savoy is currently the reason why they don't want to ally me. So yeah, so apparently I have to break one of the alliances, probably this one, I think, just for now. And that should help me, well, they'll hate me for a while for this. How long? 10-20 years. Even so, we can at least get Sardinia in there first then, and then we'll go for Savoy afterwards. Simply one at a time, it seems. Has to be the way we'll do it. With that said, that's what we'll do. Savoy, Sardinia, peacefully vassalization is the goal, and we'll see if we can pull it off. There we go. Sardinia has accepted to become our vassals. Good thing, of course. Conservative backlash. We'll take those two religious regiments. Should be easily pickings. And next on my list here is Savoy. They'll take the new alliance. And with that, we're back to 112. With a little bit of bribing here, and also the positives going down, we should be alright. France just sent me an insult, so apparently they are not being very kind to me, but at least we're still allies. Tunisia is, as you know, a target. Potentially I should go after Tripoli instead, now that they have basically no allies. However, I have a truce with them, and apparently Spain and Ottomans are the only ones who will take a note of it. But even so, as I said, we'll most likely go after Tunisia, I think, do a forced vassalization, then go after Tripoli, take these. No, we'll actually just go after Tripoli. I'm a little bit unsure about how much land I can actually take without causing too much of a commotion. Alexandria, Genoa has a claim to Alexandria. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, potentially I don't really know what to do here. Potentially I'll actually have to take these provinces and call them myself. That could very well be what will happen. But we'll have to wait and see. I need some more land, I need some more power. Going to Africa could potentially be the thing that we want to do. Emperors, members get yellow prestige minus a half. Well, I might actually have to go for accept Holy Roman Emperor instead, it seems, as things are going now at least. So that could potentially be the answer, really. That's actually the worst part, but bribing these guys to like me better than than Austria. With my legitimacy it's not actually possible, and with my relations it'll also be kind of difficult, but it is a distant possibility. Also, it seems that France could potentially become emperor, which is kind of spooky. Heretics. France as emperor would be very spooky, so we'll have to see how we'll deal with this, but for now we'll simply sit on the silence as we usually do. Not surprisingly, once again France broke their alliance with us. They're basically starting to cause me some serious amount of trouble. We'll also have to see how otherwise turns against us. We might actually have to try and get Hesse on our good side here. I have no idea if these guys actually can. No, they're, let's see, buy some base tax, military power, member of the empire. So it's a little bit fun to see what can or who can actually be. For instance, Salzburg here can actually be vassalized. So potentially that's basically what I should have been doing here in the empire, just sitting on my ass, vassalizing everything east, left and right, and thus I could potentially now just go ahead and annex Hungary, and then simply, yeah, I'll go ahead and annex Hungary. I've already done so, but that'll basically be what we'll be doing then. We'll be annexing, vassalizing and annexing for at least some time now, and see how that works out. It could potentially work out really good, but I have no better plans of expansion right now. Going north would basically screw me over, and France could attack me. Going south is basically my only real option here, but even so it'll be kind of difficult. I'll have to use admin points then to core provinces down here, which could potentially also be a good thing. Spain will probably hate my guts for it though, so it's also kind of a risky thing to do, but at this stage there aren't really that many things I can do. I do still have some powerful allies in Poland and Moscow here. I'm a little bit unsure if these guys, yeah, they're still in the Persian Union with Poland, so that's fine. But even so, as you can see, we do have quite a lot of men that can help us. Taking Hungary here will give me some more provinces, will give me more base tax. Taking Sardinia once that time comes will also help out a little bit, but if I just can't keep on with peacefully vassalizing and annexing, I think that's most likely the best thing to do, and thus I most likely have taken the wrong idea. As you can see here, what I should do now, quite probably, is to break the royal marriage I have with the French, and also go ahead and cancel the military access. Simply cut all ties with them. There's no real goal for me to keep being friendly with them. What I wish you could do is, however, that I could make a deal now with Spain, that if France attacks either of us, we'll both go into the war against him. That would be a great way to make a deal, but even so, it's a little bit spooky. Apparently that France are at war with someone. No, they just made the peace deal. Then of course, tariff negotiation with Austria, Lorraine and Liege. If Spain joins that one, so will I. And then hopefully we can screw France over. I have no idea if anyone is in negotiation against the Ottomans right now. They have been fairly peaceful for a very long time, so potentially we'll have to wait and see. But this will be the end of this episode. We have made some gains in Byzantium. We have annexed Styria. We started the annexation of Hungary. I'm pretty sure, yeah, we can actually start or offer the vassalization to these guys. I'll simply do send them a little bit of a gift economy. Send a gift of 20. We'll send 50 just to be sure. And yeah, now we can actually peacefully vassalize them on the next tick, which is kind of good. The only real scare part of this is that France could potentially come after us. But even so, we now have Savoy, we now have Sardinia. Both of these can be potentially peacefully vassalized, or they will be peacefully annexed as soon as possible. Sardinia will start the process in 7 years. In 10 years we'll start with Savoy, and we'll have to wait for far longer with Milan because, well, they don't like me at all. We are basically each other's worst enemies. I also need to keep relations high for the time being until I can actually start annexation. So in those turns, my guys will probably have their hands full. But trying to get or take most of Europe here before going after everyone else is potentially a wise move, I dare say. So we'll try that and see how it works out. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.